Me and Chuck are in the same room, too. I don't
We
know if
are.
you could tell.
Reach up, touch face.
Welcome back to episode 90 of the Movie ReBrew podcast. I am your host, Michael Jennison, and with me today, our award correspondent, but co-host for this ReBrew episode. Welcome back to the pod, Chuck.
Thrilled as always to be here. Two movies that I'm very, very, very excited to talk about for different reasons, and I'm very excited to be here. Very excited to talk about these two.
Yeah.
Psyched.
Yeah, and today we'll be talking about Roofman and the Smashing Machine, which, as you said, we are now in the middle of October. Is officially award season has started, heated up. We had one battle after another last pod, and now we have two movies here that at least had the intention when they were being made of being award movies. And I'm excited to talk about both of them.
Yeah, two high build movies out of festival season, and we're finally here. I'm finally able to go to the cinema. I'm to see the movies that I want to see movies I'm excited about, and I'm ready to go, man. Both these films, no spoilers, but very excited to talk about.
Yeah, same. And I'm excited about the beer that we have today as well. It's called Pumking. It's
Pumking!
an Imperial Pumpkin Ale by Southern Tier.
One of the best. Nothing beats pumpkin beer this time of year, man. Cheers.
Cheers. I've had this one in the past. It's really good. And so, yeah.
Delicious. Those little cinnamon, little bit of everything there.
Yeah. It's a lot of pumpkin, a little bit of cinnamon.
A lot of pumpkin.
It's supposed to,
I just bit into a jack-o'-lantern.
it's supposed to, I think, taste like a pumpkin pie.
Yeah. Which, if they all do their job right, that's what it'll taste like. Tastes like a 9% alcohol by volume pumpkin pie, baby.
You're a pumpkin beer guy over in Oktoberfest, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
That's why we're drinking pumpkin beer, too.
Yeah.
I want to get you something I think you'd like as well.
Yeah.
So,
Delicious.
me and Chuck are in the same room, too. I don't
We
know
are.
if you could tell.
Reach up, touch face.
Oh, there you go. So with that was cool. We'll start with Roofman. You cool with that, Chuck?
I would love to start with Roofman.
All right.
And let me tell you, it's going to take a stick up and walking me into a freezer to get me to say something bad about this film.
Yeah. So the first movie, we'll talk about Roofman, starring Channing Tatum and Kirsten Dunst. Also has the Keith Stanfield appearance, and I haven't seen him in a long time.
Finally.
But yeah, takes place. It's a guy who breaks into McDonald's via roofs, why he's called Roofman. And then he's on the run, and he lives in Toys R Us. And it's based on a true story. It seems pretty close to, at least the plot is close to what actually happened. And it's a damn good movie. It kind of came out of nowhere. I remember I saw a trailer for it about a month ago, and I was like, wow, this looks super fun. And it is. It takes place in early 2000s in a Toys R Us. Good nostalgia. They did a great job of like building, that world. I thought you really did feel like you were transported back.
They
into
built this
2000.
Toys R Us for the movie.
They did?
They did.
Yeah, that's sick. Toys R Us is still around?
I don't think they are. I think they went bankrupt.
Yeah. I mean, it looked just like an old school Toys R Us. It was sweet.
It did, right down to the feel, like the dirt on the shelves.
Yeah, exactly. Like dusty.
You felt like you were walking back into your childhood, and they were selling that, right?
They did a really good job of that. It's just a crazy true story that it was made to be adapted into a movie.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, every once in a while it seems like a small indie like this kind of comes out that's just like super fun, but it has like a really great cast. Because it doesn't feel really like an indie, other than the fact that that they probably didn't have to spend a lot of money, and these actors got paid very little to be in it. But I mean, it's extremely well done film. It's one of those films that I think as the award season goes on, I'm going to be trying to pull for it. I don't know if it's necessarily going to get that much love come award time, but I thought it was super good. Channing Tatum's performance is one of the best of his career, and it's just a fun, playful role. It's really good role for him to play. Like, this role isn't that far away from his like 21 Jump Street character, in all honesty, because this character is just kind of this lighthearted criminal. And then Kirsten Dunst is really good in it. They have a really cute relationship. Keith Stanfield's awesome in this movie. Peter Dinklage. Haven't seen him in
Oh, Peter
the movie.
Dinklage is awesome.
Haven't seen this movie in a little bit.
Underrated sleeper villain out of nowhere.
Yeah,
So good.
yeah. So all around super good. A movie that I would certainly watch again. Honestly, I would love to watch this movie again.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't recommend this. I think everyone would like this movie. I would give this movie an 8.4. It's probably right behind One Battle After.
You gave Weapons a raving.
Other than Weapons and One Battle After Another, and then maybe Eddington. I think I like this more than Eddington. This is my third movie of the year. It's really fucking good. I want to watch it again. So, what about you, Chuck?
I mean, yeah, just piggybacking off that, I can't see how anyone. I want to recommend this to anyone. I loved it. I think it's actually my favorite movie of the year. We can talk a little bit more about the best films of the year, but man, I love this film. I love everything about this film. I was roped in from the beginning. I love the setting. Channing Tatum, every time he's on film, he just wins me over, and this role was just tailor-made for him. I don't know how much necessarily was the screenplay compared to just the literal events being real that happened in this movie. Man, I loved it. I loved every bit of it. Like I said, you would have to stick me at the gunpoint and take me into the walking freezer to get me to say something bad about this movie.
Yeah.
Which is how the movie starts.
Yeah. You want to score it and we kind of get into
I try to stick with my letterbox scores, and I give this a 4.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd, which is very high for me. That's like in my point. That's probably my top like 2 or 3%. So for me, I'm going very high in this. I'm going to give us a 9.1.
Oh wow,
out of 10.
Whoa,
Loved it.
Shit.
Loved it. I mean, not to get into some award stuff. I hope it's there for screenplay. I hope Channing Tatum gets taken, seriously for once. Kirsten Dunst, wonderful. Yeah, I loved it. I loved everything about it. I think this is what people want to see in movie theaters, and yeah, it delivered in every shape, way, and form.
I completely agree. I mean, go and watch this movie. It's really good. Like this is the type of stories that I agree people want to see in theaters. People want to see told like good, true, original. Not necessarily doesn't necessarily be true, but like a new, fresh story.
Yeah.
It's sweet. It's just like it's really cool. I think that time period people are super nostalgic for, late '90s, early 2000s.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's got kind of everything you want. The movie made $9 million its opening weekend on a $17 to $19 million budget, so not terrible.
Trucking along.
Then
We'll see.
Then it made $5 million its second week, so it's currently sitting at $14 million at the box office after 2 weekends. 85% Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's going to be financially somewhat successful for Paramount, which is cool. More so than the Smashing Machine that we'll talk to, and One Battle for Another is actually going to lose $100 million at the box office. It's projected.
Really?
Yeah. It was made for almost $300 million.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty much made.
That's a lot of context there to think about.
Yeah.
If a film like that's losing money.
Yeah, no, for sure. And so this movie, much smaller budget than a lot of the other movies that we're going to be talking about come awards time. But I think for that reason, it's going to be financially successful, at least.
Yeah, I hope so, man. As we said, I'd recommend this to everybody. This is the kind of films I want to just to keep being made.
Yeah.
Just an awesome experience. Get to go there. Like,
I
don't know, man. Like you watch a lot of movies and you're looking at your watch and you're just waiting for them. You're in. This I wasn't bored at all. I was riveted by the story. I was riveted by the relationships on screen. It was awesome, man. It was. It's. I'm gonna root for this one all the way through, and maybe it might burn like a candle and have a short life, but yeah, this was great.
Yeah, I could have done 15 more minutes of Channing Tatum at the Toys R Us.
Absolutely.
Like,
Right?
his life was so sick.
It reminded me a little bit of like a little Tom Hanks Castaway. Like you were kind of like in that world, that one-on-one world. You were kind of you were there with him, and you were taking it all in, and you just loved it, and you just kind of got deeper into the moment, deeper into the character. Yeah.
So 9.1, 8.4, I assume also thumbs up and recommended to pretty much anyone too as well.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get into spoilers, Chuck. We should also say this is a Christmas movie.
This is a Christmas movie by definition.
Yeah, by definition, it's a Christmas movie.
And a great Christmas movie.
Kind of. There's gift giving and stuff.
Yeah.
I always love movies that take place like over the holiday period because like there's Halloween too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 4 or 5 months you're following them. It's kind of
at one point they take the Halloween down, they put the turkey up or something.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's similar time period as like Silverling's Playbook.
Yeah,
kinda.
Yeah, you're right. It's early mid fall into the true climax of Christmas season.
Of Christmas Day.
Wow.
Yeah. Which is, my favorite time of year is that stretch. So I think that's another thing. This movie's just like full of nostalgia.
It is. It really is.
It's like a warm hug.
Ugh, so good.
Like I said, this movie, I could have done another 30 minutes of this movie in all honesty.
Absolutely.
126, it flies by. But
so pumped every day they came back to Channing Tatum going back to Toys R Us. It's like, oh, he's back at Toys R Us. Good, more of this. I love it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so where do you want to start with spoilers? The opening scene's sick. We get the lobby boy.
Lobby boy?
From Grand
He's
Budapest
in
Hotel.
the opening scene?
Yeah, remember? I tapped you.
You're breaking it to me. I'm not sure.
I tapped you, and I was like...
If I didn't know that... Okay. I mean, I might have been missing there. I had a big bag of popcorn that day. Maybe I was zoned out at that time.
You know the lobby boy.
Oh, I know the lobby boy. I can't think of his name. That Ryan was for Halloween. Oh, fuck. That's him? I did not know that was him. I did not know that was him. I had no idea it was him.
Yeah.
That's a great scene. He's playing like the McDonald's manager that he holds that stick up and takes him to the walking freezer.
And he doesn't have his coat
I had
on.
no idea that was him. I had no idea that
was
him. Although now it makes way more sense because he was so good in that film and played a lot with his eyes, or in that scene, and it was all with his eyes. You know what I mean?
It's a great cameo.
He was giving it. I had no idea. Mike, I had no idea that was him.
Tony Revolori.
Wow, no fucking shit.
I can never remember that guy's name.
That's phenomenal.
It's great to see the lobby boy.
That's lobby boy.
Yeah, it was playing the McDonald's manager, which was sick.
So they kind of set it up. We kind of know going in that he robs McDonald's, and that's the opening scene.
He did like 40. But yeah.
45, I think is the number they say.
Yeah, hilarious opening scene. You find out early on in the movie that Channing Tatum has a really kind heart, which is kind of the theme into this whole entire movie.
Yeah, it's so funny. He gives him his jacket to walk into the cooler.
Yeah.
Because he's a good guy. And, I mean, from that point forward...
And he calls the police, too.
And he calls the police for him. And, like, Channing Tatum's so hot, so handsome, so charming, the whole movie. And just in general, it's just like... He wins you over right there, and...
It's a perfect casting. It's a perfect casting because he's got that. He's always just super likable, but he's got that good humor with him.
It works right off the bat.
Yeah.
And honestly, like I'm thinking, like the whole time I kept thinking, I'm like, was the real guy, was the real Jeffrey Manchester this charming? I kept thinking that. I'm like, man, if he was, damn.
Yeah, I mean, probably to some extent. I mean, I don't know if he's as charming as Channing Tatum is, but I mean,
I love Channing Tatum so much. So.
I do. I love Channing Tatum. Yeah, haven't seen anything in a long time.
I know.
Like this.
Yeah.
So this was super cool. So yeah,
that scene. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I mean,
it bridges to him being on the run. He's been committing crimes, and then the big thing is that he's at his daughter's
which is a
birthday party, which was so sad.
It was really sad.
I thought we'd go on for I thought he was going to be on the run the whole movie, and it's going to be a big build-up, which makes it more interesting.
No. Oh, maybe. I don't know. But, yeah. So then he breaks out of jail, because he gets thrown in jail.
So he goes to jail. He gets arrested at his daughter's birthday party. It's the saddest scene in the movie. He's on the run. He gets arrested.
Yeah. Yeah. Super, super sad.
And he's in jail.
And the breakout scene was sick in jail too. I wonder if that's how he really did it.
Oh, that was sick as fuck. It was really cool. It was like a bit of like a montage scene, or he's painting like a Nike swoosh on his head. He just wants to look normal. Like, okay, he's gonna try to break out. He wants to look normal when he breaks out. And I guess he like builds some sort of contraption where he gets to like go underneath the truck, I guess.
Yeah, like a little wooden thing underneath his truck.
Like a semi-truck that goes in and out for days. And I guess the background we should mention is that he's like some sort of army.
Yeah, he's like a...
Yeah.
Like
I would say like Navy SEAL. Whatever the army version of Navy SEAL is, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, he's like intelligence for them.
So like, you say he studies this shit, and I think it was like 4 or 5 years is the actual background of how it happened. So like for 4 or 5 years he like studied how it went down.
Yeah. So he was arrested in May of 2000, and then in June 15, 2004 is when he escaped.
There you go.
So there was 4 years of him in prison.
I thought it was pretty silly though, like at least how they portrayed it. Like, how are you not giving that fucking whole thing a fucking once over and a 10 over, to make sure there's no one in there, Like, I've searched every vehicle. I'm not finding a 200-pound man coming over the, That was kind of weird, but I don't know how it happened. It was 20 years ago. I don't know. I mean, that's how it happened.
Yeah.
But I loved it. I thought it was really cool.
He clinged to the bottom of the truck.
He clinged to the bottom. It was really cool, though.
In the real-life story, too, that's how he did it. I don't know if he had the elaborate wooden piece. It doesn't state it here, but he clinged to the bottom of the truck, and then he went to a nearby gas station.
Like a panel. Like he put over his body.
Yeah.
And then, it says gas station there. In the film, he literally just comes off to the side of the road and takes a piss. And I actually thought that was actually really tricky and cool.
Intense.
And intense. He slowly creeped around the truck. He was on the tire, and then that was really cool. That was a really cool scene for sure. And it made you think. I'm like, why is he getting out here? I'm like, he has to get out here because eventually they're going to search this whole vehicle. He needs to get out now or it's over.
Yeah, and then. So he sees his daughter and riding the bike, but he knows he can't.
So I want to talk about that a little bit. So I'm not sure exactly where they are. I know it's North Carolina, and he ends up in Charlotte.
It's around Charlotte.
So where is he at this point? Do we know where he's at in the jail? Like where he's been held captive at? Do we know where he's at now? Do we know how far? I meant to look this up. I didn't look it up. How far jail was from Charlotte? Do we know that? That's interesting.
Brown Creek Correctional Institution. I can just look where it's at.
Mm-hmm. Hours? 1 hour? I kept thinking if I escaped from jail, I would go so far. And we're on spoilers, so he could have went a little further. But
yeah,
he ended up in Charlotte. Okay.
Well, I think he wanted to stay close enough to where he had Lakeith Stanfield.
That is true. That's a good point.
This looks to be...
He refers to him as like his cousin, or what is he? Or his
cousin.
He plays off cousin. Yeah, he plays as his cousin the whole time.
It's 54 minutes from downtown Charlotte.
Okay. I mean, maybe a little further. He hitchhikes to there. And yeah, you're right. He sees his daughter, and like the whole time.
I think he wants to come home. I think he wants to see his daughter. I think there's a part of him that's still naive enough to think that he can repair his marriage.
Absolutely. I felt that way. I felt like it was going to be a lot more about that. I felt like it was going to be a lot more about him with the family.
I'm really happy it wasn't.
I'm really happy it wasn't.
There wasn't really a whole lot to be told.
The story evolves into a new family, right?
Yeah. So then he breaks into the Toys R Us, which was super cool.
Kind of impromptu. He's looking for somewhere to go.
Yeah, and
I love that scene. So it starts with him going into the ceiling panels.
Yeah.
Through the bathroom.
Because there's someone following him, he thinks. And there was someone. Was there someone following him, or is he just paranoid? A.J. Brown, I think, 40-yard touchdown catch.
Well, that'll help.
He did the thing where he threw him to the crowd.
Wow, NFL blitz. Well, at least I have Jalen Hurts. Me and Mike play fantasy football, and we're facing each other this week. And
We got the red zone out in the back.
we got Jalen Hurts versus AJ Brown, but I'm trying to think more about Channing Tatum versus who's the little guy?
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage.
We'll check.
That's the rivalry I enjoyed during this movie.
Before we talk about that rivalry, I was confused a little bit. Maybe you can help me understand here. Was there someone actually following him, or was he being paranoid?
I think he was being paranoid.
Yeah, I don't think.
I think we know that for a fact,
him.
right?
Yeah.
Because for 6 months he was on the run, never got caught, and for a while there you're thinking, oh, he's gonna get caught. He goes to a payphone. There's somebody watching him. There's no one watching him, right? I mean, think about the effects of that. Like, it has to fuck in your mind all the time that you have to think you're on the run. But it's as simple as needle in a haystack type shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's very hard to find you.
Well,
Especially if you're gonna just sit in the fucking Jeffrey Giraffe fucking
Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think what was cool is that he's just hiding in plain sight. Like he's just in the little circle behind where they keep all of the
yeah.
bikes.
And I was gonna be angry about that, but then I watched the trailer since I saw the movie, and it was literally like a big, like they show like a scan of the store. It's like there's like a big display for the bikes, and he's behind the display. Like that is where you'd want to camp out in plain sight.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, and like I remember the Toys R Us thing. There were like a lot of like big things like that.
Yeah.
It was very gaudy, some of their displays.
God. Yeah.
And so it kind of makes
Warehouse
vibes, yeah, completely. So it makes sense that like, I mean, it's no one's going and look. It showed how dusty it was and stuff.
Yeah, I love that. I love that feel. They show him walking when he grabs like a monkey off the display and he's like walking around and
Yeah,
like he comes out of nowhere or whatever, you know.
turns off the cameras, so at night he is complete.
That's one of my favorite things. That's like it reminded me a little bit of like a Home Alone. That's when it really started getting into like the like the mastermind, the mind about the whole thing. Like you know, he's hiding. He turns off. It's just like, oh, this guy's smart.
Yeah,
you know? This guy's smart. He turns off the cameras and he lived at night.
There's a homage to Tom Cruise movie.
He does. He's wearing
the
underwear and he's doing it.
Yeah.
And what does he survive on?
Peanut M&Ms.
This is going to be my first, or the first ever. I think I could be wrong. We're going to review. We're going to review a food for the first time. Peanut M&Ms. So I'm going to eat a peanut M&M and pass it to my co-host.
Do peanut M&Ms have different flavors based on color?
They do not. They do
You don't
not.
think so?
They do not.
Our father thinks that.
Our father does think that, and
He thinks the brown ones are better because
he's
it's like
very wrong. He thinks they're double chocolate. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's wrong, and I did come equipped with my top 5 M&Ms of all time. Number 5 would be plain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Number 4 would be crispy. Overrated. No one really eats that.
I've only had crispy maybe once.
Now we're getting into the really good flavors. Pretzel 3,
Pretzel's really good.
peanut butter 2, peanut 1.
Yeah.
Peanut's the OG. I enjoy. I think peanut butter might be my favorite ever, but peanut is just like the
yellow,
ultimate.
The yellow bag.
Yeah, and I mean
Iconic.
their icon character, obviously the yellow M&M. So I had to bring that up. I had to do that. And I also wanted to say it makes so much sense that if you were living in a Toys R Us and you had to survive on something, it would be peanut M&Ms, right? For the protein.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you would eat, right? And it's so funny because there's a handful of scenes when he's, he's like sitting there like watching it break down, and there's a scene where like Peter Dinklage blames the employee about, you like peanut M&Ms, right? And it's so funny. He's sitting there, he's just like eating them and looking at them like fuck, dude, like I'm to blame here.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Oh.
So
Taps his stomach and calls him Tubby.
Yeah, exactly.
That wasn't even that fat. It was really
No,
mean.
yeah, you see like a sincere side of him. You see a sincere side of the Kirsten Dunst character there.
For sure.
That kind of builds it up, and yeah.
I love the fact that his entertainment was basically reality TV of the Toys R Us.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
You know, he would.
He put display cameras all over the store so he could pick up on the sights and sounds. And he's literally just sitting back there behind the like display and just watching it all the whole time.
Yeah. And so
it's so good because as long as he was there, he's safe.
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
I felt safe.
Yeah, I felt safe
like,
too.
oh God, come on.
I know. Yeah. It was.
Come on, Jeffrey.
I know. It was cool, and like I think it was funny. And what's true is that he's like people just stop caring after a while. People stop caring that.
Great point.
That he's on the run, which is true, right? Especially like modern day news cycles,
and it's so
shorter.
true. Yeah. Great point. And you even just like feel it in the movie. Like I feel like at the start it's like day by day, then it's like maybe week by week, maybe month by month.
Yeah.
Now he's forcing relationships.
Well, yeah. I mean, basically, he figured it out to a point where he probably wasn't going to get caught, at least for the foreseeable future, where he was just like, he started to leave Toys R Us, right? He fixed the emergency exits where he could just come and go as he pleased. And also, as he's watching Kirsten Dunst's character, he falls kind of in love with her, or at least intrigued by her.
He falls in love with her, yeah, at least intrigued by her.
And
this is a man who had no relationship to any of the outside world at this point.
Yeah. And so he goes...
You think you fall in love easy. Imagine him.
Yeah. So he goes to her church. And
he goes to her church. He drops off toys at a toy drive because Peter Dinklage, being the, villain in this film, kind of gave her some bullshit, right? Like, wouldn't let her get off work, wouldn't donate toys to the toy drive, and he said, we don't give toys away, we sell toys. So he's just like, well, fuck that. I'm the captain now. I'm in control of this Toys R Us in a way. And he sneaks out that back door on his bicycle and drops off toys at a neighboring church that he found out that she worked at, or, I'm sorry, goes to, or whatever.
Yeah, and so I'm looking at the true story here. This is where... I think what makes this movie so good is that everything seems very believable because most of this stuff...
1,000,000% agree.
Most of this stuff actually happened. There's a little bit of Hollywood liberties, as you're going to have. Here's one. The Kirsten Dunst character in the movie... In real life, she did not work at the Toys R Us.
She did not, okay. So I was wondering like where they took their liberties and some of this stuff.
So, yeah, that's really took their liberties. So, Leah Wainscott, in real life, she did not work at the Toys R Us. They just met at church.
Okay.
And they met actually at a singles TGI Fridays thing. So that scene must be pretty real.
That scene was awesome.
That scene was so funny.
Mostly because I was wishing I was one of the single ladies getting charmed by Channing Tatum.
Yeah. I wish I was at TGI Fridays.
But yeah, no, that's interesting. Isn't it so funny that like it's a true story, and like that was something they decided to be different. Oh, now she works at the Toys R Us. How about that?
And like, wow. I mean, I think that's a great idea. I think that helps really build the stakes here. Do I know this director?
I looked him up. I don't think I know.
The Place Beyond the Pines.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Place Beyond the Pines. You're right. And
Blue Valentine.
A couple of Ryan Gosling vehicles. I think another one too. Yeah.
And Sound of Metal, Chuck.
Sound of Metal.
Oh.
I think he wrote the screenplay for Sound of Metal.
Story.
Actually, he wrote the story. I think he technically has a writing credit on the Sound of Metal, but didn't write the screenplay.
He wrote the story for.
That's what it was. Yeah, I did see that.
Sound of Metal is sick.
Sound of Metal's awesome. One of our favorites. I think our favorite movie that year.
But this is his first movie he's done in 9 years.
Yeah,
it's crazy because Place Beyond the Pines was like adored.
It was. That was 2014?
2012.
Same year as Silver Linings Playbook? I thought it was.
But I think it got released the fall. It did. So it premiered in Toronto September 7th of 2012, but didn't get released until March 23rd, 2013.
That makes a little more sense.
29th, sorry.
That makes sense.
But damn, he was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay for Sound of Metal. So yes.
Yeah, for not necessarily the writing, but like
the story.
The story.
I guess you can get also
very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. We know that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyways.
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty interesting.
Kind of interesting that he's taken this long to make another movie after that, but...
Yeah. That was his last credit.
Sound of Metal story.
Blue Valentine's awesome too, by the way.
I've never seen Blue Valentine, but he obviously wrote this screenplay too. Derek Cian of France.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, so I don't know, man.
it was shot in film, 35 millimeters. I think that's why it's got that nostalgic feel to it, man. This movie looks really
I did see
good.
that. It was shot. It was shot
35
differently.
millimeters. Yeah.
Very, very cool.
So
yeah, I mean, I feel like we've. I think I said most of what I want to say about it. I think it's very important to mention here that the relationship that he forges while he's out are just captivating and awesome, and you live and you die and you laugh and you cry, and they're awesome. And he was, as he says, his daughter's little, that was his little buddy, and now he's in a new relationship, and he's making do and making good with Lee's daughters, and that's awesome. That's awesome, man. Whew. I mean, I'm a little choked thinking about it. Those scenes were really good. It seemed like he's a good guy.
yeah, he's good with her daughters, obviously.
Good with the daughters.
He had daughters of his own.
It's interesting though. It's also funny. He's living in a Toys R Us. He's stealing games and pawning them off for money, giving them to the one daughter. Getting in their good graces, and yeah, it's just. I mean, the development of the character that we watched on screen, I thought was just phenomenal, and you're up and down with this dude, and you're really happy with where his life's headed.
Yeah,
in a lot of ways,
for sure.
And he's on the run.
I got to. Yeah, Chuck. And so, just reading through this actual story, the director of this movie, he actually spent years talking to Jeffrey Manchester in prison for this movie, and talking to Leah Wainscott, who Kirsten Dunst plays.
Awesome.
And she was on set multiple times during the filming, and she even did a cameo appearance. She was the crossing guard. Do you remember that?
Wow. Yeah, I do remember.
Yes. So she was the crossing guard, and she was pretty close to this movie. She actually had turned down a couple requests about them adapting this movie, her story, earlier.
Interesting.
But she said she trusted Derek. Signed France. The director.
That's a tough one to pronounce.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I
heard that.
And she's really happy the way it turned out. Her and her whole family are really happy with the way it turned out. And
awesome.
I
was hoping so, because she's such a sweetheart in this movie.
She still talks to what's his actual name?
Jeffrey Manchester.
Yeah, she still talks to him, I guess, on a somewhat regular basis. She actually visited him in prison before the movie came out, and told him that he would really like it, and explained, the best you can to somebody who's in prison who can't actually watch the movie. And he's
a couple of love stories between this and Smashing Machine, let me tell you.
And both true stories, too. And so he gets out of prison in 2036. So about 10 years from now, he'll be out of prison. He'll be about 65 years old.
I think at the end of the film, don't they mention something about he made one more escape attempt or something like that?
He made a couple more escape attempts.
Good.
They are letting
he didn't kill anyone.
They're letting him do his 2 sentences side by side, whatever that is.
Interesting.
He got 35 years for his first thing and 25 years for these. Well,
Channing Tatum mentioned on his publicity media circuit he made that he is able to talk to Jeffrey Manchester to get tips on how to play the character and all this in 15-minute intervals. So like every day he talks to him for 15 minutes.
Oh, really?
I found that interesting.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like
and he's in jail, so you got 15 minutes. That's it. Cut off.
Like via FaceTime?
Yeah, probably FaceTime or just.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I found that interesting.
That is really cool. That is fun. So I guess the climax of the movie now is the Toys R Us robbery scene.
He needs a gun, and he breaks in
very poorly.
He breaks into a pawn shop.
Well, breaks into an Asian restaurant, actually.
Yeah, on accident. He's like, fuck! Is this where I'm at?
And then bashes down the wall.
Yeah. God, actually, I love that scene. That was interesting. Because, as normal people, don't really know what it takes to break through a wall, but I think we've all often thought that in a way. My God.
Yeah.
He goes to the wrong side. He's like, God damn it. And he needs to go to the other side. And he just starts literally just kicking and just beating the hell out of this wall to get to the other side into the pawn shop.
Yeah. And it's that. So he gets his gun, and then
he needs a gun, and that's it. Then he has to break down the glass in front of the store.
And so the Toys R Us scene, Chuck, I don't know about you, but I found it really sad.
So sad. And we were in the same theater together. Cedar Lee, shout out. Cedar Lee Road.
Yeah. Go support your indie theater.
Well, the best place on earth. But that was so sad, man. And there's some ladies, some older ladies in the back of the theater. They were laughing the whole time, and I wanted to cry during that scene. It was so sad.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. That was kind of one of those things. We talk a lot about the theater-going experience. I thought we had a really positive theater-going experience. It was a packed theater.
Yeah.
For a Monday. We
all
saw
25 of us stuffed in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, small theater, but it was packed. I thought it was positive, but that was kind of weird where, I mean, you can laugh during a movie. I have no problem with it.
Yeah, they're old. They don't really know what's going on in a lot of ways. I mean, I don't hold it against them.
This is a really funny movie, but I thought that, and I laughed a lot during this movie, but I thought that scene was just kind of just sad. Like the Peter Dinklage getting his eyes and stuff.
So sad.
It's really sad. And
it's so sad. And it's just the whole time you're just watching it. You know Jeffrey Manchester, he doesn't want to do this. And he's just but he has to do it. We need him to do this. He needs that $50K.
Yeah.
We've been rooting for him for an hour and a half. We want Channing Tatum's character to prevail here. He's also a great guy. And it's so sad. It's so sad to have to see that. Did you know that Lee saw him? Did you know that she was able to identify him when she comes in and sees the robberies taking place, yada yada? She comes in at the very, very end. Did you realize that she actually saw him at that point? I did not necessarily think that she was able to see him and identify him. But the movie says, or at least the Wikipedia says, that she was able to see him and realize it was him. I didn't realize that at the time.
I kind of thought it was, because the camera kind of lingered on her.
It does.
I think there's also a shot, too, where he's blurred out, right, and you can see her face.
Yeah.
Right? So
you're right. It's the inside the ski mask,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, I felt like I could tell that there was a moment that she kind of put it all together.
Interesting.
It also seems like in the aftermath, she's just kind of naive to it all.
Yeah, I mean, but at that point...
this is the one time where I realized that I'm like, man... You really shouldn't be rooting for Channing Tatum's character.
Yeah, I agree.
He charms you into wanting to root for him and stuff, but I think this Toys R Us scene, you're he's a bad guy.
Yeah, he pistol whips the guy who's getting the change from the night before, whatever the fuck he's doing. That's why he was there, Yeah, it's really sad. Yeah. At that point, it's really sad. You know what he's doing. He needs this money. It's life or death. So
yeah. If he goes on the plane, he's
gone. Maybe.
And
I want to talk about the relationship between that and what was the Darren Aronofsky Caught Stealing movie? Maybe they could have lived together somewhere. No.
It did have a little bit of caught stealing though. He was about to hop on the plane and fly away.
That's all he had to do. Same time period ish.
Yeah.
7 years? Actually, yeah.
7 years.
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm rooting for his ass the whole time, so I was hoping he got over the hump.
I wanted him to go on the plane.
I wanted so bad.
Effort.
Do not answer that fucking random phone that you have sitting there. You knew it was her.
Yeah.
You knew it was her, and he has the balloons because he's a sweetheart. That's what they want us to think. We love this guy, right? We love this guy the whole time. So.
Yeah.
That sucked, man. That sucked. That scene sucked. I loved it, and that's why I love it. It's probably my favorite film of the year, but that sucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I got, man. I loved every bit of it.
I don't know. It's one of those things where you like I said, they do a really good job, but you realize they're like, I'm not supposed to be rooting for this guy. This guy's actually a horrible human being.
He sucks. He sucks.
But he's super charming.
Started in fucking committing 45 armed robberies, so.
Yeah. For sure. I guess that's... Oh, the actual character, the actual Leah, she was actually in the cop car. Like, that last scene seems very realistic to what happened.
Really?
It was on her birthday. It was like January 5th. So
wow.
it was
okay.
It was on her birthday. He's going to
That's
pick
pretty
her up.
neat.
Her. Yeah. But she says that she can't watch that scene. She still breaks down and cries every time she's watched it.
That makes you think that the portrayal was real.
I also thought something was interesting is that he, in the real life story, he actually switched to a Circuit City. There was an abandoned Circuit City. He was living at Toys R Us.
Well, yeah, but
it wasn't until December of that year that he went to the Circuit City.
okay. So like later on.
It was
It was funny though because I felt like there was like some relationship that they said that he had like posters over there in the movie. There's like a Kobe Bryant poster.
Yeah, yeah. He made a secret passageway between Toys R Us and Circuit City.
Okay, cool.
So I mean, that just goes to show you how like much of a mastermind this guy was.
Absolutely, man. And it's so awesome.
Naked,
he's listening to
naked man.
listening to Don't Speak by No Doubt. He's walking around the store. What happened? Was it like inventory morning? Why was he there that morning? That's the real question.
Yeah, it might have been inventory morning. Might have been.
He's hanging his dirty underoos off the whatever. And
that was funny.
I think that was the one scene. It's so funny though because you're just watching it and you're kind of ingrained in this world where it's. I mean, we're to assume 5-6 months in. He just every night he owns the night. He bathed in the bathroom, and he's eating peanut M&Ms.
Yeah, be such a tough life to live.
It would. That kind of sounds fun, though. I loved it. Like I said, it reminded me a lot of like movies where like guys like are stranded on a desert island. It reminds me of like Tom Hanks and Castaway.
It does certainly have those kind of vibes.
Like I loved it. Like those are the scenes, man. Like I loved it.
I think. I think I'm done with Roofman. You got anything else to add before?
No, I don't got much else to say, man. I think we gave this movie its due praise, and it's an awesome film. Go out and see it. If you haven't seen it, go see it. I will recommend it to everybody. It's awesome.
Yeah. All right. Then, with that said, we can go to the Smashing Machine.
Now we're talking.
Chuck, you can take first stab at Smashing Machine. What was your spoiler-free review?
This movie kind of jerked me back and forth. I think I like this movie a lot for reasons why normal people might not like this movie. There are some tropes, maybe here or there, about sports movies and this and that. But all in all, I really like this film. I think most would like this film. Benny Safdie. Who is one of the greatest working directors going? I think he's showing off here. There are several scenes and artistic choices throughout the way that we'll talk about that I really, really, really loved, and I think this was a very suitable, awesome vehicle for The Rock that got to finally maybe make a movie that we didn't just like brush off as some kind of Hollywood banter. I don't know. So, I mean, that's the setup that I would have.
Yeah, I kind of feel I haven't read any of the reviews. This movie's currently sitting at 70% Rotten Tomatoes. I haven't read any of the reviews, so I'm not really sure why it's that low. I have some idea of why, but we'll kind of talk to. I guess this is spoiler free enough. This movie, I like it for all the reasons you said. There's, you've already hinted at it, but there's a use of non-original music in this scene.
Oh
my favorite Bruce Springsteen song is actually.
That's so funny because it wasn't even what I was going to bring up. But go on.
Yeah, so I think that was one of my favorite scenes of the year so far in general.
That's awesome.
Emily Blunt though, and
what a woman! What a woman!
And The Rock, they have a lot of great scenes together, pretty much fight scenes arguing between the two that are really great. This is very much an acting vehicle for The Rock to get him some Oscar love. Finally, this is kind of his first real serious role. I think they did a really good job with the makeup. There was multiple times where I was like, wow, The Rock doesn't even look even any like they did a really good job of not making him look like The Rock. I'm not even really quite sure what they did. I mean, obviously they're putting stuff on his face, but it looked really natural.
I'm going to cut in there. My dad, who watches many films, he's seen The Rock probably in 5-6 films.
Oh, yeah.
We finished the film, and he goes, "That was The Rock?"
Yeah, which I think...
That was The... Well, yeah, I mean,
I think the average film goer will obviously know it's The Rock. Our dad
that was a little egregious. But yeah, I mean...
But yeah, I mean...
Your dad might not know that was The Rock. That's how good it was. Okay, this is definitely going to get nominated for hair and makeup. And it's probably going to win hair and makeup at the Academy Awards. Unless something comes along that's like The Substance again. But this was the best hair and makeup so far this year.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what's coming down the line that I know it's going to have good hair and makeup.
Well, Wicked will be nominated, and there's some other handful of films. Yeah. But they like a lot of hair and makeup. They like the transformations. Yeah. So, yeah, yeah.
I, Tanya got nominated for hair and makeup, which is the funniest thing ever.
Yeah. That is kind of funny, actually.
Because they made
that's a bit of a transformation.
They made Margot Robbie look somewhat
she needed curls in her hair.
Kind of unattractive. Their best.
They did their best.
What
were we talking about?
So funny.
Here? I mean, it's... Yeah. I mean, the transformation of The Rock, I mean, this kind of...
No, but yeah, I agree.
I didn't want to get into that. I mean,
hair and makeup's a given. And yeah, where this movie lose me, and have you read any of the reviews?
I don't think I've read any reviews.
Yeah, I try not to read them before we come on here, but I think this movie kind of loses me in the last act, where it kind of putters out. It kind of feels the Safdies do a really good job of building this intensity in their movies, and you just know that something's about to give, like the levee's about to break, and I felt like this movie was having that, and then it just kind of spins its wheels and doesn't really go anywhere. With that being said, this is based on a real story, so you can't just have something crazy and ridiculous happen. And I think I'm getting a little bit maybe too close to spoilers. So with that said,
yeah,
I'll score it here. I did really like it. I think it's way better than a 70% Rotten Tomatoes. I'm still kind of quite confused by that. I had a good time in the theater. It's a 2-hour-long movie. This movie actually flies by for being 2 hours.
I agree.
Really good action sequences. Really good use of score in those fight scenes. There was a jazz score in one of the fight scenes, which I thought was a really interesting choice. Almost sounds like Whiplash.
Absolutely. I love the music. I can't.
Almost sounds like it was.
We'll get into that.
Very interesting.
It's the whole reason why I liked the movie was the music.
Yeah, the score's really good, and I think the action sequences are really well shot. It's kind of similar to like Creed, where there's like long no cuts in the fighting sequences, but I think the score makes it so different and so unique because a lot of them are like jazz scores that you don't typically think of when you're watching a fighting movie, which I thought was super cool.
Definitely.
So with that said, I'm kind of in the realm of I'll just go right down the middle. I'll go 7.5.
I like that.
Thumbs
up.
That
score for you.
I would recommend this movie if you like the Rockies and Creed. I think you should definitely see this movie. I don't necessarily think it's in that same regards of those movies, but I think it's a nice movie to kind of add to that. I think
sport film pantheon.
Yeah,
without being too preachy.
I don't think this is necessarily a movie for Zoomers. I think it's more of a movie for older adults. Our dad really liked it, right?
Loved it.
Yeah,
I saw it with him. We loved it.
Yeah,
we're old heads. We're unk.
Yeah,
we're chopped unks.
And I think if you're a fan of The Rock, you'd like it. It's just really interesting rock performance.
I would love to go off that. This rock performance was incredible. What the hell happened, dude? The whole time I'm watching that film, I'm just like,
he's really good in it.
I couldn't believe it, man. And like I've always been a rock guy. Watching this film was just like, I feel like he always like commands the screen. He's just awesome in this, man.
For sure.
I mean, I was up and down with him. Couldn't believe how good he was.
Yeah, I agree. It's fun. I'd be fine if he got nominated. I don't know if he's going to, but
I mean, are we to think it's got a 70% on Rotten Tomatoes and that's it? That's it?
well, not for his acting. Best Picture, I think this thing's cooked.
Yeah.
Chuck, did you score it?
I did not score it. I would score this film a 8.2 out of 10.
8.2 out of 10. All right. This movie's budget was $50 million. It currently is at $18 million at the box office. It's almost not being shown anywhere in theaters anymore. So it's probably going to...
What was the budget?
50.
Unbelievable. Just an absolute colossal flop for those scoring at home.
Yeah, colossal flop. This movie was in theaters everywhere, and now it's out of theaters everywhere. Roofman is probably going to make more money than this, or at least really close to it. I think Roofman might have legs, too, especially if it gets some awards,
I hope so.
Awards buzz. And so, with that being said, Chuck, let's get into spoilers. And where I want to start spoilers, and I think it's the best thing in the movie, is the 8.5-minute fight sequence between Emily Blunt and The Rock here. I guess I should say Mark Kerr and Dawn Staples, between Mark and Dawn.
You're talking like the climax when they're preparing for the quote-unquote party?
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah. And Jungle Land, Bruce Springsteen. It's my favorite Bruce Springsteen song. It's the last track on the Born to Run album. It's like an 8-minute long, sick song, has highs and lows, and that fight sequence is perfectly choreographed with that song. I have to imagine that.
So good.
I have to imagine Safdie had that song in mind when he wrote that scene, and yeah, he had to, because it's just like perfect the whole entire time of the movie. When it picks up, that's when Emily Blunt picks up the gun and stuff. Like, it is so sick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I didn't even like that song, and my God, do I have a lot to say about the music in this movie? But go on.
You don't like that song?
I mean, not well. Well, I'm saying I'm not as in love with that song as you are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great song. Are you kidding me? Of course I enjoy it. Jungle Land.
But with that being said, I thought that was sick. That was a super sick scene. And to me, that... I don't know. You got anything to add about that scene in general?
No, go on. Say what you want to say.
Well, for me, like, that is kind of the climax of the movie, it seems like. And then it just kind of seems that the next, like, 20 minutes is just kind of... Like, it felt like it was all building up to this thing, and then there's the final fight scene where he just kind of gives up, where he doesn't have it in the tank anymore. And it's foreshadowed that, like, when he's training with the trainer that, like, has that weird thing with his arm that The Rock has to give him opioids for, he says that ended his career.
Like Mark Coleman or look him up. I guess he's a actual MMA guy.
He looked really familiar. Ryan Bader. Yeah.
I thought he was awesome.
Yeah, I recognize his
off the
face.
fence.
Yeah.
He just has like one of those like
Ryan.
real like nice kind of like good guy faces.
Yeah. No, he was great. He was really, really great. Talking about the other trainer, Chuck.
Oh, you're talking about the old guy.
Yes. Bas Rutten.
Bas Rutten, who's also a commentator, like a media guy for the MMA.
Bas Rutten is playing himself.
Yeah, he is.
He's the trainer, though, right, for him?
Yeah.
And he's the one that has the bad arm thing that happens, right?
Oh, yeah, that was weird. That's a weird scene.
But that foreshadows what happens at the end, right?
Yeah.
And so he says,
so.
"This ended my career."
Spot.
This is what ended my career. And then he gives him opioids and stuff.
Okay, you're right.
So my interpretation of why the fuck does The Rock just give up, and why does this movie end with a whimper? It's because he's no longer not juicing. He's no longer taking opioids.
So you think that's what it's about?
His body just he's you know, he's nothing without his painkillers, essentially. And he just kind of freezes, right? Because then he talks to Bas Rutten at the end, and he was like, "I know that feeling exactly."
We do see some like wild scenes between him and Emily Blunt, and
and so for me, like, I like the ending. But I think that it was kind of foreshadowed well, and it was kind of sad. He cries in the shower because like he feels like he's a failure.
I thought the last 20 minutes of the movie went on entirely too long.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. That's like
I think we already sold the point before that, and yeah, the last 20 minutes kind of sucked. And we really didn't care about his buddy or whatever the fuck it is.
Winning.
We really didn't care that he won that.
No.
And it was kind of like snowballing into him it being obvious that he won it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, I didn't care about that last fight at all.
Not at all. Not
at all.
I couldn't wait. At that point, I couldn't wait for the movie to be over.
Yeah, exactly. And like I thought the scene of The Rock,
like we saw him crying in the shower and he's doing that. And
that was good. It could have ended there.
We kind of got like the last 10 minutes of The Rock kind of like being awesome, like just you know, I guess Dwayne Johnson being awesome, not necessarily Mark Kerr.
Yeah.
You know?
He's credited as Dwayne Johnson for this movie.
Yeah.
Is that all his movies, or is he trying to be more
sophisticated
for this role?
I think he's trying to be more sophisticated. I don't know, man. There are a few things about this movie that I liked and I didn't like, but I think it was a pretty good sports movie. But I love the filmmaking in this movie. There were very, very memorable scenes throughout. I enjoyed all the music throughout. One important thing I want to bring up is that I think when I watch a film, if you wanted to jump up a half-star grade on Letterboxd or this and that, just have an original music scene and have it be awesome.
Yeah.
Because there's several throughout in this movie. You mentioned it with the Bruce Springsteen scene, and that's awesome. I love a montage. In this film, oh my god, they did the My Way. My Way is one of my favorites.
Oh yeah.
My Way.
Yeah, I love My Way.
They did the...
Yeah, that was...
So this was a Elvis Presley unreleased My Way version, which was shades of Gotta Fly Now from Rocky, and it was really good. It's an all-time montage scene, and it's like 2.5 minutes long. He's running up the steps at some point. I could tell there was a lot of the Rocky in there. Oh, and I love My Way.
This is post his comeback, right?
Well, this was his comeback. Yes.
Yeah.
Post his comeback with Raj or whatever his trainer. This was like when Emily Blunt saw him, and now we know, oh God, is he going to make his comeback?
Yeah.
And that's awesome, man. That 2.5 montage, dude, I loved it. If not a man, what does he got? Like the whole thing, like I've always loved My Way. I've always loved that song. It's one of my favorite songs. Like My Way is one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was fucking phenomenal, and I love that.
It's Elvis?
So I guess that's a unreleased version of My Way by Elvis Presley.
Yeah, because I didn't think it was Sinatra.
No,
I was wondering if that was the original.
But I was listening to it during. I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's Elvis. And I was with Dad, who's a big Elvis guy, and I walk out of there and I'm like, did you like the Elvis version of My Way? The guy I said to him, he's just like, fuck, that was Elvis. He didn't know. Of course he didn't know.
I didn't know either.
So I guess it's unreleased. I think to this day it's still released. You know, it wasn't like recorded or whatever. So that was fucking phenomenal. And then obviously this is what I wanted to bring up. And this is a little. I feel like I'm getting a little. I've been talking a lot here, but the Emily Blunt and the Rock scene when they're at the carnival, and it's like the scene where you finally see them just kind of like being happy. Finally, he's not abusing drugs and whatever. There's a song that's one of my favorite songs from the era. John Cicada's "Just Another Day Without You." I think he's Cuban, which I think Mark Kerr might be Cuban. So I thought that maybe that's like his like one of his guys. So that's why they played the song. But "Just Another Day," that song, she's in the carnival ride, and Emily Blunt's like, you know, what's that ride where they're like, you know, like she's like against the thing or whatever. And I mean, that's such a good. It's one of my favorite under like respected songs like from that era. Just Another Day. I owned the single when I was like 12 years old. Just Another Day by John Cicada, and it's one of my favorite songs from that moment. And that was a really cool scene. That's like another short like 2-minute scene. Being able to do it with music, like unoriginal music scenes are so good. Like
Yeah.
I could say this forever. Like Spring Breakers, Every Time Britney Spears, Stars Are Blind, and Promising Young Women. There's just some unoriginal movie scenes.
Psychedelic Furs and Calling by Your Name.
Fuck yeah. Another one of my favorite. It's like those scenes. That's like the cheat code for like.
No, for sure. I think
like just having it. So
that's why
I'll pass it back to you here.
That's why me and Keegan have that category where best non-original song.
Fuck yeah,
because those scenes are usually pretty powerful.
They're memorable to me.
I think
like that's the ultimate.
Yeah, and I think the Jungle Island scene is up there like all time. I thought that was absolutely sick, showstopper. So were you cool with the ending? So you also thought the ending kind of was dragged and was kind of. I mean, that's my biggest issue with this is that like. Most Safdie movies, I was expecting someone to get shot, something bad to happen.
Yeah, like it wasn't good times, like it wasn't,
And also, like, he uses drugs and then he stops using it pretty easily.
Yeah, I thought that was weird.
It's not, there's not.
But it's a true story.
It's a true story, I know.
Like, oh my god, he kept using till he died.
No, I know. Well, that's the thing, it's a true story, and it's just like.
Yeah.
It's kind of unfortunate it's a true story, I guess, because you kind of lose some of the. I don't know. It sounds like the Safdie kind of craziness that happens. Like
I mean,
like, yeah. So
we'll see where this stacks against Marty Supreme. Maybe they're both just
coming of age. Supreme trailer,
coming of age themselves.
They look good. It's interesting they're both doing like sports movies.
Yeah,
but not doing it together. But at the same time, both A24.
So yeah, I think that's where I stand on. I just enjoyed this movie so much. I just love the look of this movie. I love the way the Rock acted throughout this whole fucking movie, and I think Emily Blunt. Oh my god, spectacular.
Yeah.
If Emily Blunt doesn't get nominated and is not in the conversation for Best Supporting Actress, I would be shocked.
Yeah, I think she could get nominated. What were your thoughts on their relationship? Because I kind of disliked her.
Yeah,
like,
she was a normal human being, right?
Well, but she was like a mess of a human being.
She was a few beers, eh?
No, she wasn't very good. I mean, like
yeah.
No, but like
I see what you're saying.
She was incredibly immature, and was just like. Yeah.
Well, we don't really get a whole lot of background on both of them, right? Like, we don't really know where they came from.
I have no idea. Yeah. I don't really know anything about
I think the movie starts where she, like, makes a smoothie in the kitchen or something.
Yeah.
And he gets pissed off, so.
Yeah, like, I think that whole thing could have been done better.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, but at the same time, they did it all in 2 hours, and I thought that was fine. But, no, I agree. Like, I thought she was a troubling character that kind of quickly opened and stopped very abruptly.
I mean, she was like, she cared about him and she was good for him in some regards, but like she even mentions after he stopped using, I feel like he has no use for me anymore.
Yeah. And that's the big breakdown, right?
Yeah.
And then she walks into the gym and what's his name? Roz, whatever. He sees her and he's just like, fucking A, like, get this girl away,
Yeah.
He's pissed off, yeah.
Yeah, and they don't want her to travel to Japan with them and stuff.
And we don't really see much of it, but yeah, we're to assume they're doing well, and then I guess there's some sort of party they're going to have, right? And then that's where she almost kills herself. Did you think that she was going to kill herself or him? I kind of did for a second.
I thought when she pulled the gun, I was like, all right, this is kind of where I thought this was going.
So yeah, they kind of have that shot in the background where she's holding the gun. You're just like, what the fuck?
I thought someone was gonna die or someone.
Did you? Did you really think that? I did. I did for a second.
I knew it was based on a true story, but I imagine the true story was like crazy.
Yeah, my dad kept asking what happens in the movie. I'm like, I don't know. Like, someone might die. That's all I can say.
I And I'm not. I mean, it's based on a true story, so you can't just like kill somebody just because. But
just to kill
just to kill somebody.
How about when The Rock just like fucking obliterated random doors throughout the movie?
Yeah.
Or like when he knew she was in there trying to like eat the fucking when she was gonna like eat the pills and kill herself, he fucking just punches through the fucking door. That was wild.
He's cartoonishly big.
Yeah, he's cartoonishly big. But isn't that his literal size though?
I think for this movie he bulked up even more. He's clearly on steroids.
Someone said he bulked down.
Really? I mean, he's like
he's
crazy. He's bulked down now. He looks really slim now.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's for a role.
He looks great. He's so good. I love The Rock. Don't you just love The Rock?
I love The Rock.
I root for The Rock. What a great guy, man.
I thought it was cool when he shaved his head at the end. And I was like, oh, now it looks a little more like The Rock.
And then, I was watching those scenes. I'm like, wait, is that... I wasn't sure if that was him or if it was like... Did you notice that too?
Yeah, they did a good job of like distorting his face enough to where you kind of didn't feel like
now he looks kind of Puerto Rican. And at the end of the movie, he's the actual Mark Kerr.
Let's talk about that. So the ending of the movie I thought was really interesting because then it was like present day, 2025, right? Mm-hmm. And it's just Mark Kerr at a grocery store in Arizona, and nothing really happens. It's just
it's him just like at the checkout counter, like hanging out.
Yeah, and
getting grocers.
I love that ending. I thought that was really cool.
I thought that was actually really cool.
Bringing
that was different. I never seen anything like that.
Never at all.
Imagine talking to Dad after that movie, having to explain what happened.
Well, so that
he had no idea. He's like, huh? What? That was The Rock?
Well, so what happened? So that scene ends, right? The movie ends. This is what I want to talk to you about my theater going experiences. Mm-hmm. There was me and then two other people who were sitting, like the handicap section, right? And I was sitting in the back row of the movie theater, so we there was distance between us. They get up to leave, and she stops before she goes into the tunnel to leave the theater. She looks at me and she goes, "Do you have any idea who that guy was?" And I was like, I'm sorry, what? And she was like, "The guy in the movie at the end, that last scene. You have any idea who that guy was?" And I was like, I'm not sure, but I think it was the real life guy. And she was like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know." We were like 40 feet, 50 feet away from each other. And I was like, "Oh."
Why does this keep happening to you?
I don't know. I don't know. It was the weirdest thing ever.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's insane.
But I mean, that's what I assumed it was.
Maybe the thing the movie was about for the last 2 hours?
That's what I assumed it was. And when I got up and I searched what Mark Kerr looked like, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's Mark Kerr. She asked me that.
Just watch the fucking shit.
You have a phone on you, don't you?
That's hilarious.
It was so weird.
Insane. I mean, that's absolute insanity.
The movie was over. I didn't really care that she asked me, but it was just so weird that she like screamed it across the theater. Yeah. So with that, we can talk a little bit about awards here before we wrap this up. Chuck, we talked about both of these movies, and we both kind of realized that the fifth supporting actor could potentially come down to both leads in this movie. Which one would you have on your ballot? Would it be Channing Tatum or Dwayne Johnson?
Oh man, that's an awesome question. I think it's actually very evident that The Rock is the favorite here. I don't know if Roofman actually is the vehicle that gets Channing Tatum over the edge. I mean, he's awesome in everything. He could be nominated from Foxcatcher to, Magic Mike. Definitely, I would say that Dwayne Johnson would be the favorite to get nominated over Channing Tatum. But as close as it is, I think I would vote for Channing Tatum over Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And that's tough, man, because
I would
Dwayne Johnson just he's so good in that movie.
I think I would put Channing Tatum above him because I just think that Channing Tatum's performance is just
It's funnier.
yeah, it's just
It's
like
funnier.
there's the nuance to it, right? But
I want them both nominated, but there's
Dwayne the Rock
too
Johnson
many cooks in the kitchen.
is very showy.
It's
But it's
showy,
good.
but it's
It's really
also
good.
reserved.
Yeah.
The whole time you're watching him, I didn't feel like he was like doing some kind of wild, like,
I would probably have
show pony.
no. I agree. I would probably have both. I mean, as of what
I
I've seen
love
right
them
now,
both,
I would
but-
like to see them both.
Yeah, but Leonardo DiCaprio, Timothy Chalamet, Michael B. Jordan, and
Jeremy
who are we
Allen
missing?
White, and then
Oh,
this-
Jeremy Allen White.
and
Yeah.
then Joel Edgerton.
We'll see with
and
Jeremy
Train-
Allen White.
Joel Edgerton in Train Dreams getting a lot of love here on Gold Derby, and so is Wagner Moura in The Secret Agent. Those are two movies that
Those are two.
I'm not very familiar with, but I assume they will be coming out. I honestly don't think Roofman has much of a shot.
I don't think so.
Come awards
I don't think so.
time.
I wish it did, but I don't think so.
I think it's. I mean, you see this happen often where it's like a really good movie that you love that gets well reviewed, and you're just like, why isn't
with
it?
the true indie feels, it just feels like an indie film.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, why isn't this movie getting more love? But it feels like that's what Roofman's gonna be.
It does.
Unfortunately.
It does. We're not sure yet.
Any
but
other
it does.
awards talk? Or
I don't have much. I don't.
yeah.
I watched both those films. Yeah, I'm not much else.
Did you watch anything recently? We can get into the beer first. What'd you think?
One of my favorites. What a delicious beer. I feel like there's a time of year where you're allowed to drink pumpkin beer, and it's so tasty, and you have to make sure you drink the pumpkin beer during that time, because if not, it's over.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you look up, it's like late in October, early November, and you're not even allowed to drink pumpkin beer anymore.
Yeah.
But pumpkin's
You
awesome.
could probably drink pumpkin beer through mid-November.
Maybe. But
probably
then,
stopped selling it.
then they start getting, they already stopped selling it, man. This is going to be hard to find. So, no, I love it. Do I have to rank this from 1
What
out
would
of
you
10?
score it out of 5? Or out of
Out of
10?
5?
Whatever. Well, yeah, score it out of 10.
I would give Pumpkin Imperial Ale a 8.1 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm like at a 7.8. It's really good. It'd be hard to drink. It only comes in a 4-pack for a reason. It would be hard to drink.
That is true. Is it 12 ounces, though?
It's 12 ounces. It would be hard to drink a ton of these. It's pretty sweet. Or not sweet, but it's like... It's like a dark beer.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be kind of tiring to drink.
No doubt.
All 4 of them in one sitting. But it's good. It's tasty.
All right.
Anything you watch?
Some horror last night. I watched Final Destination 3, and that was actually a really good film.
That's the roller coaster one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I watched it for like an hour.
The tanning bed scene, right?
Yeah, which is like my favorite one.
That's the weightlifter, right?
Yeah.
One? Yeah. That's
a good one.
That's the one that I have probably seen the most.
That's
the
like
one-
finally now we're doing something. I was looking for something really good last night. I still have cable, so I was like, can we get Leprechaun? Can we get Chucky?
Yeah.
Can we get something?
Leprechaun's on Peacock.
Okay.
They have all the Leprechauns on Peacock.
All right. We'll see you next week for the.
I watched Scream.
You did watch Scream. One of your favorite films.
Yeah.
Ever.
I watch Scream every October, at least once. Just like a feel-good movie that you can put on in the background. It's funny, our dad saw the opening scene. He was like doing work up here or something.
Oh, that day.
Yeah, that day. And like later on, we
He's a-
were
he's a
having
post-post.
dinner with our sister who said that she first watched it at a sleepover right when that came out. And Dad was saying how disturbing and effed up that movie is. It's funny because like I think the first
It
time I saw
is, but it
if
plays
you're-
as a comedy.
yeah, if you're like young or if you've only seen the movie one time, I guess it can be kind
That's
of
true.
scary. At this point in time, though, it's so like meta. I just find it
Oh, it's
funny.
awesome.
It's
like a brilliant screenplay.
yeah. Wes Craven, shout out Cleveland.
Wes motherfucking
The
Craven.
late great Wes Craven. But that's all I got. Anything else before
I
we
got
call
nothing,
this a
man.
pod?
I got nothing. It was really exciting to do this today. I enjoy both those films so much.
Yeah,
Channing Tatum, Dwayne Johnson. Those are
Roofman.
two of my favorite. Go for the next few months. I will be handicapping and watching those roles We'll see what happens.
Roofman will definitely be in my top 10 at the year's end. I feel very comfortable saying that.
Fuck yeah.
I don't think the Smash Machine will do that.
How about Jeffrey Giraffe and Jeffrey Manchester having the same name? Gotta
Damn.
take 5?
Gotta take 5. We'll let the conspiracy theorists piece that together. All right, guys. Take care.
Sometime you exploded, drop a few lines. When I catch you through the static, I wish goodbye. What a classic. Millennial girl in love once again. When it comes, she disappears. Maybe she'll stay.